My Replit subscription ended today. I had been using it since the launch of Agent last year, and I learned Python using Replit, and I really liked the service when it launched. But I have decided not to renew the subscription plan because, first of all, it has become very expensive. Very simple examples can cost you up to $4 or $5, and then the hosting costs and deploying costs are also like many times the version they started with. So it is a very disturbing situation. I had one website which did not have much traffic, luckily, but it was nevertheless hosted by Replit. So now it is not working today. It stopped working yesterday or maybe the day before yesterday. All of a sudden, there should have been some grace period. Replit could have shown a banner on top of my website that this website is down or something else, or you know, down for maintenance or anyway, but they have simply made it a not found thing. Luckily speaking, I had all of my code backed up to GitHub, and I now I can take care of this because I have a DigitalOcean machine, which I was suspicious that I will have to basically come to this point someday because the Replit subscription is very expensive from my standpoint, I believe. And there is another reason for quitting Replit, and that is that there is no freelance work available for Replit. So I have been looking for a job since July, and knowing Replit, working on Replit, spending hours and hours on Replit did not help in finding a new job and in any way. Had that been the case, I would have most definitely considered to hang on to Replit. But what I did is I created a DigitalOcean machine, and I have been trying to host my own websites on that machine for a while now. It is a very small machine with one vCPU and 2 gigabytes of RAM, but that much is enough. That is enough, I suppose. So, one of my websites is already hosted on that machine, which is one of my websites is already hosted on this machine, which is basic demo dot testautomationtv.com. This one was also initially created with Replit and it was using the NeonDB, but the NeonDB is also not accessible now. I was creating this website for my um, test automation course. I'm creating an test automation course. You can sign up for the upcoming course using playwright.testautomationtv.com URL, but this one's also not behaving because um, the Neon DB, which was provided free by Replit, is down in a very ungraceful way, in a very unpleasant way. So it is what it is. I mean, maybe they have their own reasons, but at least I don't like the way they cut the ties. There was no grace period. There was no like warning, no like detailed, you know, connecting with the users. They just broke the ties all of a sudden, and all of a sudden my websites have stopped to work. So this is a very sad situation. This demo site is hosted on the personal machine that I have on DigitalOcean, and I have configured SSL and everything else. I have done it all myself. It is very easy using ChatGPT. So in this video, I think I am going to go ahead and try to containerize, find what is my IP.com, which is so. First of all, I will open ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it. By the way, I have already downloaded the code over here, and I also have, by the way, ChatGPT installed over here as well. So, but this is ChatGPT Codex, so this will be, of course, a different thing. So, what I can do is, I believe I can ask Codex over here. Can you help me containerize the currently open folder application? Okay, so it took a while, and this container related work has been done. It says that docker file :1 added Docker packaging so the Flask app can run under the Unicorn in a container. Docker file :1 uses this installed pin deps, copies the project's Flask environment so on, and runs on port 5000. I already have another application working on port 5000. I would like this one to work on port 5001. So it says to try it locally, do this and do this. All right. Okay, so first of all, I will check the files it created. So there is docker ignore, and here we have the docker file. Okay, so it is exposing port 5000. Hmm. And here it is also using port 5000. So I don't want to expose port 5000. I want to expose port 5001, and over here I also want to use port 5001, and here also port 5001. All right. Now I can give it a try the way it asked me to do. So the beauty of Codex is here you can see that it has created a working directory in the Docker file. It is copying the requirements.txt file over, and then it is installing pip. And before that it started with Python 3.11 Slim. So this is the beauty of Docker. So I hope the Docker service on my local PC is up. It is starting. I'm going to wait, and when this service gets started only then I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so now what I can do, I can follow these commands. For example, docker build -t find my IP space dot. There will be some configuration on the Nginx level. I am going to do that on my DigitalOcean server directly. That's not a problem. I have done it for 2 websites in the past already, so I know how to do it. I know how to handle basically traffic coming in from my domain. I will also have to set up the IP address for the domain on my domain service provider from where I have bought the domain, so that when I will do the DNS settings on the domain server provider, domain name registrar, when I will do the setup DNS setup on the domain name registrar, it is going to redirect the traffic it will receive over to this machine of mine. And after that, Nginx is going to handle the traffic and pass it to my application through reverse proxy. Alright, here is where I want to hold my breath. It is running the pip install command, this command right here. So it has made it this far. Let's see how it goes. Okay, pip install, upgrade pip, so on and so forth. And once this command is finished running, we are going to go with the next step. Actually, the command is going to go with the next step. So what happens is fail to build, says fail to solve install, no cache upgrade, did not complete successfully, exact exit code is this. So what I can do, I believe I can copy all of this, copy this and paste it here. Got this while done. Hmm. Okay, so it says that run the command again because it has updated the file. Okay, we are going to clear and we are going to run the docker build -t once again. Let's see what happens. All right, that is good. I believe we have been successful. I believe we have been successful. And what is next that we can do is we can simply start it using this command. Okay, docker run -rm-p, okay, 5001. because I changed the port numbers. Okay, remember, find my IP. Let's see what happens now. Okay, this G-unicorn command will need some updates, but that's not a problem. I'm going to do it once at least the basic thing is up. So I believe it is working now at listening at port 5001, and here you can see that find my IP is now live. Let me click here and see what happens. Okay, so my website is up locally. Uh, these functionalities are not working because I had placed some checks. Uh, so there are some checks because of this thing is not working. And by the way, this is also for external. Um, this is also for external what you call it IP addresses. So this page is working fine, and password generator is also I believe working fine. Header checker is there, user agent information is there, so all of this is working fine. There are a few changes in the G unicorn which I believe I need to make in the G unicorn command. So I will make them, and I will build this image once again before I could move it over. So what happened now? Hello love. So here we can see the logs are here. Okay, so it took a while, but this one is also like in good shape. So the website is all in all working. On the local, I can see that website is working. All of these things are in good shape. So I believe I just need to update the G unicorn command a little bit. I believe I had saved it over here in maybe the README file like this. Yeah, so this is my G unicorn command, and I am going to split into. Okay, so here I have this G unicorn which I want to go over here. So G unicorn will be like this. There is bind main app. Okay, so these are like different commands. So I the easiest thing to do is I can ask this guy instead of struggling. I would say I want to use the following unicorn command. Make changes to the existing Docker file. Make proper changes, please. Okay, and here we go. By the way, I am going to stop this Docker container. So the containerization is done. This is one thing. In another video, I am going to install PostgreSQL on a Docker container, and I am going to connect it to my other website which I am creating for the Playwright demo course, the demo.testautomationtv.com. That website, I am going to set up a database for that website, and that is, I believe, I will keep it on the same machine because there isn't much going on. So I am going to keep it on the same machine. The Postgre is will be running in a separate container, although we can like um, run it in the same container as the application, but I think that's a bad idea because when I will have to update that like application, I will have to again mess with the container, the Postgre container. So the Postgre container needs to stay separate. What's the point in containerization if I will be doing it like this? Okay, so let me close this. What has it done? It says Docker file now starts the unicorn. Okay, where is Docker file? Bye bye. Okay, so now the Docker file has added everything else in, as like separate parameters. And now do we need to build again? I don't think we need to build it again, do we? I'm not sure. Docker build, and after this I'm going to run it again. I can ask it, by the way. Do I need to? Okay, no, I don't need to even ask it because this was very quick. Okay, so now we can simply run Docker just like this, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so multiple, you see, threads are booting up and so on and so on, and now I can just open my Docker over here and see this thing in action. Okay, request header field too large, dude. Seriously? Okay, so there is some stuff going on over here. I had this thing request header line 2048. This one is causing a problem. I will make it 2048. Okay, and now I'm going to do I need to build the okay answer this to build the Docker container again after changing parameters in the unicorn line. This AI thing is very helpful if you can find some business to do. Otherwise, it is pretty difficult. Or if you can find a job, if you can like get in touch with a business who's using these tools, of course these skills come in handy, and I can take care of your business. I am open for work. You can hire me through deal.com. I have a profile on deal.com. I also have a profile on upwork.com, so you can hire me from any of the platforms. I'm ready to go. I have a home office, dedicated remote home office for remote work, dedicated internet, power backup, and everything. So you can hire me if you want to, and I can do all of this for you at a very, very low cost. So it says any changes to Docker file, including tweaking the unicorn parameters, requires building. So the new image bakes in those arguments. All right. It says just run the build command. Docker build minus t. Okay, it says you have to build. So even when we make smaller changes, even over here, we'll have to rebuild this guy. So no problem. But rebuilding in this way is taking less time. That's a good thing. Done it again. hmm Error. What was that? Was there error? No error there. No. Okay, so we are back online. That is good. So in principle, we have completed one step, and that step is containerizing this application. And from here, I believe what I can do is I can basically stop this guy, and now I'm going to simply push everything over to Git. Okay, I see. So the Docker file is there as a containerization and everything. I am very well versed with Git as well, so all of these things are not problem. Please note that I am not just QA engineer or a developer. I am a broad spectrum technologist, and I love to learn new things. So now the changes are moving over to the server. I got food waiting for me on the table, so I will pause this recording and I will get back to it shortly, and I will resume it. So stay in touch, watch till the end. The next step is to access the machine that I have on DigitalOcean, and going to clone my repository over here because I have set up SSH on my remote machine. So over here I'm going to simply run the command which I copied. Here you see find my IP has arrived. So now I can go inside, see what we have here. So over here you can see that the Docker file is present. This is the Docker file, and as you remember, we will be able to build the Docker container over here again and run it using these commands. I will run it. Docker build -t. I am not completely sure if I need to build it over here or not, but I believe I need to build it over here before I could like run it, because I'm going with the code, so I am going to build the container over here. That is my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. And after this I can simply start the Docker. Alright, so this service is now started, but there is one thing remaining. I don't have the configuration for Nginx. So Nginx is not going to basically forward the traffic over here, and I also need to configure my DNS server as well, the DNS registrar provider as well. For configuring Nginx, I will need to use ChatGPT. I have a chat over here in which I kept all of my stuff related to Linux DevOps. I need to go over. I don't need to give it my this file. I want to by adding proper file to available dash sites folder. Okay, so it is saying that I need to create this new file over here in this folder, and it will be find what is my ip.com. That will be the name of the file. First of all, I'm going to clear whatever I have here. I would say nano find what is my ip.com. Okay, and then I will copy all of this content, redirect, and it is also providing SSL stuff. So I don't shall we generate the SSH certificate first, because I believe if I do this now and later I will have to like take some steps. Yeah, no SSH certificate for me. Hmm. Okay, it says don't be ever clever, you need to take it easy. If you try generate set before setting up anything, certbot will not work. Okay, so no problem, say add the HTTP first. So but this is the same chat GPT is the same guy who was giving me the 443 configuration, the SSL configuration as well. Stupid guy. Ha ha ha, never mind. I'm just kidding. AI is all of us now very stupid. Okay, and I'm going to paste in the stuff that I copied. This is for port 80, and now I'm going to exit from here. You're almost there on, but it is saying that you have to link it. Okay, sites available need to be linked to sites enabled. Okay, that is good. I'm going to just copy this. I don't need sudo for now. You need sudo if you are not going from the root. I am working from the root. This is my machine. I can do whatever I want. Although working with the root is a very bad idea. Okay, so now what does is it test the Nginx configuration. Nginx -t. Good. It is working. Test is successful. Says reload system ctl reload nginx. The reload comes as a parameter, and we don't need sudo as I said already. Now what we have, okay, at this point the nginx will start serving your new website. Okay, but the problem is that the traffic needs to be coming from this the traffic needs to be coming from the DNS server. So I'm going to hold it right now, and I'm going to open my DNS service provider, and I'm going to set it up. Or better yet, I can ask ChatGPT that about this. I haven't yet configured my DNS to forward domain traffic to my site. How can I modify HTTP headers to send traffic so that Nginx handles it correctly. I need to change the forwarded header. Okay, on your local machine, edit this guy and add your server IP. Mm, Example this. Now, when you visit, your browser will go directly to your server at Nginx will serve this. All right. What happened here? Um, Find what is my IP com. All right. So it is passing traffic on to port 5000. I need to change it, and then I will need to basically, you know, do a bunch of steps again because Nginx was forwarding traffic to port 5000, whereas it should have been forwarded to port 5001. My mistake, I should have seen it before. There we go. And now we just need to run the steps for uh, refreshing this guy we know as Nginx, right? Nginx minus t testing, okay. Systemctl reload Nginx, okay. So now this should work just fine, because previously when I opened find what is my ip.com, it took me to this site which was I already knew it is running on port 5000. Okay, so here we go. So we are up and running. That's cool. All right. What is going on over here? I will need to figure this guy out. It is going to take a short while, but I am sure I can handle this. At least the site is now up and running. It is not secure now. Let me generate the HTTPS certificate and go with that as well. Hmm. Where is my best friend? Where is my love? ChatGPT. Let's generate the SSL cert and set up HTTPS as well. HTTP went well. Thanks. I already have these guys. I have done these steps already. Don't need to do this. So this is the command. It says generate a SSL with this one. Okay, HTTP setup is already there. So I'm going to go to this machine, paste the command. I have tried to type the commands a lot of times and I have failed a lot of times. So I just look at the commands provided by ChatGPT and then I just run them. It says said but failed to some domains. The certificate authority reported a problem. DNS problem. Annex domain looking up A for check that a DNS record exists. Okay, so I need to delete the DNS record. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to delete the DNS record from my provider. DNS records. I need to change the DNS-A record. So we don't have many DNS-A records. There is only one guy over here. I'm going to delete it. Thank you. Bye bye, Replit. I'm done with you. It is really sorry to see what Replit has become. I mean, come on, dude. This shouldn't have been like this. And the prices could have gone down instead of going up. I mean, this is really crazy. I don't like what is going on, but it is what it is. So yeah, it will take me a while, but if anybody else needs any help with it, I will be available. So I need to add another DNS-A record over here. If a hacker is watching this, please don't use this information to do anything bad with my site or through my site. So there is no guarantee from my side. So please be good, Lord Hacker. No, please put find what is my ip.com. It can take a short while for the DNS records to update sometimes. But I hope it is going to update pretty quickly, rather quickly. So the machine update, the DNSA record has been updated. So now I suppose if I will come back here and if I will run the okay, so now there is a double A record as well. Take a screenshot and hand it over to our lovely friend search@gpt.com. You need to set up DNS record remain before Certibot can log into domain registrar. Go DNS management A records. Add the following A records root. I have done this. www IP4. So we need to have type A and www results as well. Okay. Save changes. Says add a www record. Add a new A record. Name also type A name www. Another add new record. It will be it says type A www this IP and save. This is another machine. I can say dig A dot find what is my IP.com plus short. Yep, it worked. Dig A find what is my IP.com plus short. Yep, it worked. Okay, thank you, bye. And now we can come back here and we can run the same command, not to the Visual Studio Code, of course. We can come back to the terminal here, clear it, and we don't need this bloody sudo. As I told you, I'm already root. Okay, the certificate is working now. I hope it is going to be good very soon. Deployed, so SSL is also deployed. Very good, very good. Okay, and the certificate is deployed. Do I need to reset something? I don't think so, but still it is good to ask. Just asking. I enjoy talking to ChatGPT a lot these days. It automatically edits your Nginx config. Okay. Next step, it says that restart the Nginx. Confirm it is using the new thing. Alright. Okay, so Nginx -t is the command for testing. Yep. And then systemctl reload. Systemctl reload Nginx. That's the way to go. And then it says you can test with curl. Okay. Terminal on the Windows. Yep. .com. Yeah, it worked. It worked. It's good. Yep, it worked. Yeah, HTTP 200. We are good to go. And by the way, we can test any API like this if we want. So I think we are in a pretty good shape now. Let me open. What is my IP.com? Site should be working fine. Yeah, there we go. You Replit. You early in the morning. God damn it. Here we go. It's an $8 per month machine. All the code is on Git and I have it is HTTPS is also there. Look, there is HTTPS. Amjad Masad, I'm talking to you, brother. You're not supposed to do this. You are not supposed to make this thing this expensive. And it is so frustrating when your websites stop working. You invite creators like, come on, join this platform. We got this great platform. Yes, you have a great platform, but what is this? I mean, why are you shutting down websites without proper notices and everything else? This is so unfair. And then you get to keep all the code and everything else. This is unfair. This is so wrong. Here's my website. Took me about 1 hour. About in 1 hour, I have been able to move my website off of Replit. And in the next step, I'm going to set up the other website which has got a Postgre database need, which is also shut down. Thank you very much. I will work it out too. And if anybody else needs this help, I will be there to move you off from Replit. Okay. I won't charge a lot because I'm out of job. I got laid off in July, so I'm angry and I'm upset. And Replit just added some, fuel to the fire. So here we go. My website is off Replit. It is using HTTPS, and I am able to make any changes using GitHub Copilot. And GitHub Copilot does not charge like a crazy person for every small change that I make. Replit has been doing this lately. They are charging for every small change like $5 for creating this demo website. Come on, dude. Get lost. Get alive. Yeah, so do subscribe to my channel. I'm very happy that I have been able to do this early morning. Do subscribe to my channel, like this video and share it with your friends. If someone is having trouble with Replit, connect them with me. I will be able to help them. I will be there to help them. See you. Bye.